Hello my planty friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about probably one of my favorite types of plants, which are succulents. If you haven't seen my succulent setup video, you probably have no idea the ridiculous amount of succulents that I have, but they're some of my favorites and I want to share with you guys my top 5 beginner succulents for people who are beginners. That's what top 5 for beginners means, right? I don't know why I needed to explain that. First off, I want to say that a lot of people approach succulents with the idea that they are easy for beginners. While that may be true in some aspects because they don't require a ton of water, they are very challenging plants to keep them looking nice, have them be colorful, have them compact, and just not being super leggy and just boring. So what I mean by that is, let me get some. I should have prepared for this. Most people are going to go to the store and they're going to see something like this. This is a Echeveria water ripple. Come on, focus on my plant. This one is gorgeous. I love this plant. It's got a nice icy blue color with pink ruffly edges, and someone's going to look at this and be like, oh my gosh, I love that. I want that in my house. Give that to me. But the thing is, if you don't have the perfect lighting for this, you're going to get it home, it's going to turn all green, and it's going to stretch, and it's not going to be pretty. Same thing with something like this. This one is so cool looking. It has little fuzzy parts on it. Like, it's amazing. And someone's going to see this and be like, I'm going to take that home. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be perfect. And then you're going to get it home, it's going to turn green, and it's going to stretch, and it's not going to be pretty anymore, and then you're going to be like, why did I waste my money? So these are the kinds of succulents that I would stay away from. These, while they may look pretty, they are challenging for beginners to take care of. With that being said, there are varieties that are very beginner friendly, that if they do stretch, it'll look like kind of part of the plant, and it won't really be that distracting. But for me, I just don't like the whole idea that succulents are great for beginners, because they're not. They're really challenging plants to keep them looking nice. With that being said, let's get into the plants that are they're pretty, they'll make your space look beautiful, and they're pretty easy to take care of. They're relatively easy, and I mean that in all senses of the word. The very first species, are there species, genus? I don't know, but Jade Plants. Crassulas are very, very popular. They're in basically any big box store is going to have some kind of variety of Crassula. They come in a ton of different shapes. They come in a ton of different colors, and depending on your lighting situation, you may get some pretty coloring on them. This is a little mini Crassula. I don't really know what kind this is, but it has pretty, like the undersides of the leaves become red when it's under the right amount of light. It's just gorgeous. It's compact, and if this stretches a little bit, it's not going to be the end of the world, because unless you have a full plant that looks like this and then it starts stretching, you're never going to notice. We have this one, which is going to require a tad bit more light because it's lighter in color, but this is a California Sunset, I think. This one is just a tad bit lighter in color. It gets these really, really pretty red edges on it. Then you have this one, which is ogre ears, and it looks so freaking cool. Like, you're gonna tell me that's not cool? That is so cool. They come in all kinds of shapes, colors, varieties. This one is going to require definitely more light. I find it more challenging. This is the variegated kind, and it gets these really, really pretty pink undersides on it and pink edges when it has enough light, but this will sunburn really, really easily. That's what happened to mine, and it's still trying to recover. So while I do love this one, it requires more light. And then you have you definitely don't have to get them this big, but this is just like the normal green variety of jade, and this one is chilling in my west facing window, and it is doing really well. It's not stretching, and these are perfect plants for beginners. Like, if you come to me and ask me, Abigail, I'm a beginner, I don't know what succulent to get, I'm going to point you in this direction. The next group is Haworthias. Haworthias are very, very resilient. They don't require much care at all. And they're essentially, I like to think of Haworthias as like if a cactus and a succulent had a baby, that would be a Haworthia. Although cacti are succulents, but you get what I'm saying. They also come in a bunch of different shapes, sizes, varieties, and colors. This is a very, very dark green version, and this one is going to require a lot less light compared to some of the more lighter varieties, lighter green varieties. But like this one would do great in a bathroom. If you have a bathroom with like a west-facing window or an east-facing window, this one is your dude. They also come in super fun patterns. So this one is a zebra one, and you'll find these everywhere. They look super cool. And this one, again, doesn't require as much light as, say, an echeveria or even this jade plant. So these are kind of the more tough varieties. They're pokey, like cacti, but they're very, very pretty and very sturdy. And then you can even venture into, say, a Haworthia that looks like this. So this is a Haworthia with windows on it. So these tops of the leaves right here are clear, and they're called windows. Super cool. So this guy has windows on it. Very cool. He's very plump, very fun. So the next three are going to be maybe more uncommon varieties that you're not going to find at your local big box store. And if you do, good for you. You should pick them up. This next succulent looks like a jade, but it is not. It is a Serencio. And this one, if it will focus, is so freaking pretty. It looks silver. And then it gets these purple undersides when it has enough light, and it's not one of those plants that you can rub off the farina on it or whatever it's called, like the powder coating on it. It doesn't rub off. I think this plant is gorgeous. It looks like a jade. It requires the same care as a jade, but it just, I don't know. It looks a tad different, and I like it. I think it's very pretty. I don't know what else to say about these plants except I think they're all very pretty. Okay, this other plant, so we have this one. This is a Serencio scaposus. I think that's what this is called. I have a little tag on it, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Very cool. I got this one from Mountain Crest Gardens. I think I've seen this at Lowe's and Home Depot, but I'm not sure. So if you see this one, pick it up. It's super easy. Doesn't require like a ridiculous amount of light to keep it from stretching. And it's gorgeous. The next plant is a crassula, crassula tom thumb. So this little dude is so cute. It's just like a bunch of buttons, and it's these little, it's adorable. And when it gets enough light, it'll have pink edges. So cute. I love it so much. This one also kind of holds a special place in my heart because I had a cat named Tom, and he's tragically passed away at the beginning of last year. But this reminds me of him just because of the name, but also it's just so fun. From the top it looks cool, from the side it looks cool. Just sit chilling on a shelf in the background would look cool. I just like it. Very cool and super easy to take care of. This one will require a tad bit more light than, say, your jades, but even if this one does begin to stretch, you're not going to be able to tell. Highly recommend this one, and this one is also very easy to propagate. Last but not least, this one kind of follows the tom thumb, but this is a string of buttons, and this is what this looks like. This is the variegated variety. I didn't know this was variegated when I purchased it. It was a rescue from the clearance rack at Lowe's, and now it looks like this, and it's gorgeous. It does have a growth pattern where you can see the stem in between the leaves, which is good if you don't have a lot of light, which means that if it stretches a little bit, you're not really going to be able to tell. It's just fun to go like this too. But this one does grow super fast. It grows really, really well. I don't know how big this is going to get, so this is kind of like doubled in size. Maybe even tripled. I think it was like this big, like right here when I got it. I don't know. Wait, I brought out 6. Oh, okay. So we have this one. This video is all over the place. Y'all, I am so sorry. I just kind of threw this one together, but I wanted to share these because I have very strong opinions on succulents not being beginner friendly. Sorry. Okay. This is just going to be kind of like a little bonus one, but this is a watch chain succulent. And this is actually a propagation that I took off of a bigger plant. And it just has this like really, really cool growth habit. My hand is shaking. I'm sorry. It looks like watch chains, a chain on a watch, hence the name. But it grows really, really big, and it is so easy to propagate. And if it stretches a little bit, you're not going to be able to tell. It doesn't require a tremendous, tremendous amount of light. But yeah, I think it's gorgeous, and this is a fun one too. Like other succulents, these do require bright light. With that being said, they don't require as much light as, say, echeverias on keeping their compact shape and their colors and stuff like that. These are all fairly simple plants. They don't require a lot of water, and you can look to them when they do need water because they'll start to wrinkle and they will tell you that they do need water. When you do water them, make sure you drench them completely. Make sure the soil is completely soaked through, and then don't water them again until A, they tell you that they need water, so they're wrinkly, or B, the soil is completely dried out. But my camera battery is flashing now, so I guess it's time to go. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any succulent questions, make sure to leave them below, and I will get to them as soon as I can. And yeah, if you have any beginner-friendly succulents, let me know. And if you don't have any experience in succulents, are you interested in them? Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another planting video very, very soon.